the first? The RZA? Was that the RZA first?
No, I think it was like You God or one of them niggas.
Oh, nigga, list was a
It
grade A list.
Happy Monday, everybody. It's your boy Jumpman Jones. You're now live inside of another edition of Kicking Shit Podcast.
Ooh, not kick.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was going to say KSP or Kick Shit Podcast. Joining me today are the usual suspects. Behind the camera, we got D, Chocolate Delight, the woman king. She is the homie. How you going back there?
I'm good. What's up?
Real quick, before we continue, do you have an issue with being the woman king? Are you fine with this?
That doesn't bother me.
Okay.
Wanted to be gender neutral and just be the king.
I am a woman.
A listener just said she
okay.
should step in her softness and things of that
Wow.
Oh, somebody said that about
These
me.
damn listeners,
I mean,
man.
I had to come
I see
defend.
how that is something that an outsider would.
I said,
think.
does it make you feel like, are you scared? Like you feel less of a man? I
Like,
don't know.
I mean, at the end of the day,
Are you intimidated?
Hey.
if you step to me wrong, I will turn into a
Oh
woman king,
shit!
so
We all found out here on this podcast that D is 49%, no 49% nigga.
Yeah.
So we all good. You know what I'm saying?
And
That
most
listener
black,
don't know shit.
Oh,
most
my
black
God.
women who took that test were like half niggas.
Yeah,
like they were half
you know,
niggas.
Stepping into their masculine.
They had a lot of
Step into your
masculinity.
trust
masculine.
me, I'm extra soft when I need to be.
Tell her to come arm wrestle you.
Good to know for all the fellas.
To my right, man, it is my
Want a
boy,
hard
it is
leg
the
ass
funny,
woman?
the talented. It's my boy Jails, a.k.a. Jelly. Put him on the bread till he's fed. Your
Yeah.
motherfucking boss.
Yeah,
The man, Mr. J-Liners himself.
yeah.
It is James, D. Jellyfish, man. What's going on, my brother?
Skill child, man. You know, the only way I know how.
To my left, man, is my boy. It's my partner. It's my dog. It is Mr. Jukebox Johnny, a.k.a. Crown Daddy, a.k.a. Crown Poppy, or the El Himido Poppy, the Avion Don, the Terramana God, the Malargo Ho, Mr. Steal Your Girl. Give her
Yeah.
right back because she got camel toe.
Yeah.
It's Mr.
You know,
That nigga.
yeah. Wiz Khalifa. You
It's
know what
Johnny,
I'm saying?
man. What's going
Snoop
on,
Dogg. Cheech and Chong.
What's all these references for?
I'm an official weed smoker now.
Shut your ass up. This nigga don't have some THC 9. And now he smoke weed now.
Get
the fuck outta here.
I gotta
Extra
clear my
powder.
mind. You know
That
what I'm
nigga
saying?
has some-
I gotta clear
some-
my mind.
Real
Some
quick,
corner
man,
store weed.
Shout out to everybody who listens to us week in and week out. Shout out to you. You can find this podcast every week on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and SoundCloud. And if you're looking at us right now on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Yo, you're stupid.
Nigga got some weed from the
He got
smoke
us some
shop.
shit from the
Now
refrigerator.
he smoke now.
section.
Oh shit!
Y'all
man.
niggas
Yeah, he
What
was
do
smoking.
they have
peso.
marijuana at, yo, that's crazy. What do they have marijuana at Whole Foods, though?
Which one you get?
When the shit leave?
Huh?
Which one
I
you
don't even
get?
know what brand it
It
was.
came with a name, nigga.
Yeah, they always
Cut it
come
out.
I don't know. She gave it to me. She already had it. She just said, "I'll give you some weed."
So with James, so basically with
No.
James don't know because he be smoking that street weed, not bullshit.
Yeah,
He be
that
smoking
real
street
weed, nigga. Thug weed, rapper
Actually,
weed.
so what they've done in North Carolina is they found a way to sell THC now. So THCA and Delta 8 is just regular weed. So what happens is, and I learned this from somebody who like is in the cannabis industry, anytime you smoke weed, what activates the THC in it is burning it. And so when you burn it, you activate the THC, which gives you the psychoactive effect of it. And with the THCA, it's no different than THC. The biggest thing around it are the Delta 8. It's just the biggest thing around it is what was the loophole that they found to be able to sell this product. Because to be honest, it's the same shit. Like you said, you was tripping. It's the same shit as going to the dealer. So I don't know. That's what we've been trying to figure out. Like what has been the loophole that they found to sell pretty much
Ain't it
weed
because
now.
the CBD percentage is higher than the THC percentage? And then
in the Delta?
yeah.
So they looking at the percentage.
So even though it's got a high thing of THC, I think as long as the CBD percentage is higher than the THC percentage, it's considered CBD still.
What the cop gonna come look at it? Yeah, this THC high as a motherfucker. Look
Get
at
my
the crystals.
test kit, nigga.
well, I think you got a receipt and you bought it from somewhere legal, so you good, as opposed to having that shit in the baggie or
Right.
whatever your
True.
man's giving it to you. Ain't like
I just look forward to I mean, I'm a girl. I don't smoke, so outside of hookah. Can we just put it in a candle? Like, can I just light it in a room?
I don't know. Do
And
they got
just-
THC
Just be in a room.
candles?
I would love that.
That might be
Look how they
real for real.
gentrified
That
your
might be
drug.
legit. I might need to
Listen.
get the THC candle. That might be what it is.
You
Because
know,
then I ain't inhaling it
A
directly.
nice little shower, THC
Right.
candle.
Some patchouli and sandalwood. Come on.
Put that shit in y'all system.
Nobody ain't smelling no damn patchouli.
Yeah, put that shit in y'all system. Get high, nigga.
Talking about some patchouli. Some goddamn eucalyptus. You want to go to sleep, nigga? We try to get high, nigga. This nigga over here bullshit.
That raw no patchouli, Dick. That patchouli
know
be
what that
smelling
is.
good on the
Get you a
ladies.
gram of that thug weed. But
Nah,
go
don't
ahead.
do that.
So that rapper weed, that nigga gonna start rapping Wiz Khalifa. You remember that shit?
That was real weed.
That nigga gonna get up, start rapping, nigga.
Where did we get weed from?
That thug
James
weed,
bought
nigga.
that shit at Walgreens.
Don't be saying that shit,
You bought
nigga.
weed at a... Oh, okay.
Walgreens. I ain't say the place.
Don't be saying that shit, nigga.
Okay, you're
James,
right. And I
just
did
know
get
I had it.
get high.
James got a whole we gotta go back out of town, man. We had a good time, dog. We gotta go somewhere.
Well, this
man.
crazy.
Silence.
We all got off track.
Yeah, it's a special episode.
I
right,
smell
man.
it. Let me inhale it.
I don't even have a thing in front of me. I'm waiting on Johnny.
Oh, okay. I thought, did you already introduce us?
Nigga, just start talking. They'll
my bad,
get it.
my bad. I didn't know, man.
Oh, yeah, I
see
introduced
the
That was
weed.
some good ass weed.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
The
that
weed
was
got
some
me
good ass
fucked
weed.
up,
That
bro.
shit got you.
All right, man. If y'all don't know, this is a special episode of KSP. This is our 90s tribute episode. We all grew up in the 90s. Our childhood was in the 90s. We were born in the 80s. But, you know, a good portion of how we became who we are was in the 90s. And a few episodes will always reminisce about our childhood. So this is the episode that's specific for that. So we're going to get into it and start. I want all three of us, or four of us, to give our favorite childhood memory in the 90s.
Go first, Landon.
Right, bet. I said sleepovers, playing Sega all night and watching Snick on Nickelodeon with my boys. That was my favorite thing in the whole. whole
Yeah,
90s.
I feel that too.
And it also shows you how old I was in the 90s. Fucking kid.
He said Nick at night.
No, Snick.
Snick at night? What the fuck is Snick?
Snick, that
Snick
was
at night.
you never seen
Snick
Snick
was
at night?
the
Nickelodeon?
Snick was the Saturday night lineup for kids. It was
Yeah.
all
Okay.
that. It was
Keenan and
Keenan and
Kel,
Kel.
Amanda
it was Alex
show.
Mack. Well, that was later on.
Yeah.
That was done by then. And then
Was
it was
Pete and Pete on there?
No. That was the shit too.
Was
And-
Goosebumps on it?
No. And then Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh, there
Yes,
it goes.
that's the one.
Yeah.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
Smart
And then there
move.
was a space show in there at one time, which I'm still trying to find that shit out. Actually, they sell it on Amazon, but
Me?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I say my number one nostalgia moment from being a kid is watching Saturday morning cartoons, man. Saturday morning lineups used to be a beast.
yeah, you right.
I would say trying to turn to the pay-per-view channel and watch the like nudie shit through
Yeah.
the blur. You used to see a little titty every once in
Yeah,
a while.
yeah,
Used to
squiggly
give me so
line.
much excitement.
Right. They
Look
go
at that
into
blurry titty. Is that the areola?
was a fucking perv.
Shout out
way
to the
back
pay
when.
per view channel, man. I hate when cable ended that shit. You gotta have a box. Fuck
Oh
that.
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, man, that shit.
And
is fucked
you
up.
know, just going outside, man, kicking it with the fellas, man. I remember like going outside, like 12 and not coming back in till like damn near 8.
Good old
Yeah,
days.
damn
Kids
that,
don't
you
do
know
that
what I'm
no
saying?
more. I
Like,
don't
that
see no
shit was
kids
crazy.
outside no
Oh,
more.
yeah,
If they
no.
do,
Yeah.
they up to something.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Good
They
old
doing
days.
some stupid
Yeah, I
shit.
about to break into your car.
You spent your
doing
whole
something.
day
Let
outside.
me lock my door.
D, what you got?
I would say honestly, it's a couple things. So I was an outside kid, so I would say I also remember having to come in when the lights came on, and if we weren't inside, that was a problem.
Yeah, you ain't going back out tomorrow.
I would also say like, do y'all remember when the channels at the end of the night, or maybe it's just me, they would just cut off, like they would do those little lines across the screen.
Oh yeah, they had no more content.
Yeah, like the channel didn't run all night like it does now. Like
Yeah.
Certain
content.
channels.
Yeah, some channels
yeah, certain
did.
channels
Certain
just
channels.
end.
But it was like 700 Club, and then it'd go
Yeah.
dead after 700 Club go off.
Take your ass to sleep.
If you had cable, yeah, it went all night. But yeah, certain channels did turn off.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
right about that.
But I think my favorite is, of course, the sleepovers was the top of my list, man. Just
Okay,
sleeping with my cousins and my baseball team. About to call my softball team, my baseball team and stuff like that. Those were the good days, man. And then yeah, again Saturday morning too, the cartoons, man. I used to wake up, watch my X-Men and shit.
I got an honorable mention.
Go ahead.
One time this happened. Snowing outside real bad. We had a dog named Nikki. And I remember she got to like sleep in the house in my room, bro. And I remember like waking up to see her. She was right there. She was right there.
Happy as hell. Y'all
I was
finally
happy though. I was
happy
like,
as
this
hell.
shit
She
cool.
finally let y'all in the house. Y'all finally let her in the house.
You know, you only see that shit on TV. You look over there. You're like,
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
back in the
damn,
day.
she really right
Black
there.
people used to keep their dogs
Black people kept
outside.
their
dogs
outside.
I would say the only time our dog came in, we had an ice storm,
Yep.
and my granddaddy was like, "Go ahead, bring him in."
Happy as hell to
He
be
could
inside.
not go nowhere but that damn living
Oh,
room.
yeah, definitely.
And he was fine. Like he sat right there.
Yeah, good. He
Right
good.
by the heater, by the kerosene.
Right. It was time to take him back outside. It was a problem.
That was my first time I realized that dogs snore. Didn't know that.
See what happened when you let
Dogs
them
snore.
inside. Treat them dogs like house slaves. I mean, nigga slaves
I
outside.
say this nigga snore. Tired.
All right, man. So now we're going to get into a little bit of this or that. So we're going to look at some of the major things from the 90s and compare them, and we have to choose a side. So my first thing we're going to do is we all Power Rangers fans. We all Mutant Ninja Turtle fans. Okay. You got to choose which one, this or that, was your favorite.
Power Rangers.
Now, my mom can attest that I was a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. She can attest to that. But I'm going to have to go with Power Rangers on
Power
this.
Rangers.
Power Rangers is just shit, man.
It came and shut shit down.
Yeah, man. It was the shit, bro.
I'm with you, man. It was.
You ain't
it
never
was-
did this in the mirror?
I didn't did it all.
shit.
I done morphed.
I still do it.
I done morphed over 100 times in my life. So
Did you
yeah.
say
Still
you
morph.
still hold
I
up,
still
hold up.
morph.
You still do that?
Oh shit, bro! Wow.
Which one were
you?
you?
Do got the
That's
costume,
why I
don't
love
you?
living alone, bro. I still morph.
Mighty
on these
Morphin
hoes.
was. I don't go past Mighty Morphin. I
Bro,
did
which-
watch.
Which animal did you
It
adapt
ended at
as
Zeo
yours?
for me.
Oh shit! I was Mastodon, bro. You was the
Slow ass look at them.
yeah, Mastodon.
Who was you?
Always either Dragons or the White Targazoid. Whichever one.
Oh,
Tommy
Tommy,
Nigga, I just
shout
like
out to Tommy.
Triceratops. I like how that shit come off the tongue. Triceratops.
Hold on, ain't that Kimmy? Ain't that Kim?
That's Billy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Well,
Billy
and
with
then-
blue.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
always
yeah,
Billy.
yeah,
Yeah, Billy
yeah.
stayed.
I just like saying Triceratops, nigga.
He had the best weapon summon sequence.
Yeah.
He did. He had that staff.
And because I used to learn them. And Trini shit. when
What
she
you?
had the-
Let me see
rest in
something.
her
peace,
shit
Trini.
was I can't. It was here, and then.
Stag like
To the burger.
Triceratops.
Saber-tooth tiger. Oh, and then she do the claws. She do the claws.
Oh, that nigga loves his
If you
childhood.
know me, you know I love Power Rangers. If you know me, you know I love Power Rangers.
Did you have a preference, D?
No, I don't have a preference.
All right, you was probably.
Honorable mention Sailor Moon.
I'm about to say
Actually,
Cabbage
no.
Patch.
No,
Sailor
hell
Moon was the
no.
shit while you
None of
sleeping.
that. I would say honestly, I grew up like Ninja Turtles was my thing.
Yep.
Because we always get to have pizza, so that was like we would watch Ninja Turtles and eat pizza.
Yeah, it was close for me, but I went with Power Ranger just because it changed my life more than
my
Mutant
God.
Ninja Turtles
Nah, it
changed
did.
my
It
life.
did.
See, like with the turtles, I always wanted them to hit something. Like it was always you'll see a nigga with a sharp sword, but you wouldn't see that nigga hit nobody.
Oh,
cut
you want that
nothing.
nigga to cut something?
Yeah, that nigga ain't cutting shit with that shit, nigga. This nigga just got that shit for sure.
Ass person.
That nigga get his ass whooped, got a whole 2 knives, nigga.
That's stupid.
At least
All right,
with
man.
Power Rangers, they put their hands on you, nigga. They gonna slap you,
Asian show.
put
yeah.
a foot up in, you know what I'm saying?
Right, and you
got
see
to
a
see
little,
that.
like a little bit of gunpowder and shit on his
Yeah,
shirt.
you remember? Dramatic shit. I like that shit.
All right, man. So now we go into the 2 cartoons from the 90s that were pretty popular: the X-Men cartoon versus the Spider-Man cartoon.
X-Men.
Definitely X-Man.
No, not
I
a
say
comparison.
The
I
only,
mean, not even close.
The only time it got close is when that nigga had the episode with the X-Men on it.
When they crossed over. When they
That's the only time it got
Oh
close.
shit, X-Men on
I ain't gonna
Spider-Man.
lie.
Yeah.
Spider-Man was such a tough second. It was a tough second.
Yeah.
But X-Men was king.
I
was up there.
liked X-Men too, and I like when they did the cameos. Because Spider-Man, I felt, had more cameos from like other comic books, but X-Men storyline, I don't think you can ever top that.
Yeah,
It
I
had
still watch this.
so
Yeah.
many characters. So many
They
characters.
put
Yeah.
everybody in it. You got
And that shit was
Apocalypse,
dramatic. It had a
everything.
goddamn love triangle in that bitch.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. Like
dude.
it had
10 years
it had a
old, looking at
storyline.
the love triangle.
yeah,
Yeah,
man. Shit was crazy, bro. Shit was
fucking
crazy.
hoe.
That's crazy.
Damn, Jimmy, bro.
Who was your favorite X-Man?
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Cyclops. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Wolverine, but I also used to love the Juggernaut. Juggernaut was my nigga.
Juggernaut was full too, man.
Juggernaut come through fucking shit up.
Jubilee, I used to root for Jubilee because she was
her
the rookie.
ass out of here.
She was the rookie, and like her powers was like
You get her ass out of here.
never knew what her powers really did to people.
Ain't no way, bro.
Like she just hitting niggas with pyro, but I rooted for her, bro. None of them had a family.
The only time she was
That's
dope
crazy.
is when she knocked that Sentinel over, and that was her only highlight, nigga. That was it. She ain't had shit else.
Wait till she
All right,
come
go
back.
ahead.
Wait till she come back.
She ain't come back.
All right, now there were three major. It's probably more than that, but it was three that I thought of. Game shows that kids could participate in. One was Legend of the Hidden Temple. One was Nickelodeon Guts, and the other was Wild and Crazy Kids.
I gotta add two.
Go
I'm
ahead.
a little bit older than you. I'm not that much older than you. That I found out later on in life. What you got? Nick Arcade.
I don't remember that.
I don't
And
remember that
Double,
one.
and Double Dare.
Double
I
Dare.
was
I was
gonna
gonna say
say
Double
Double
Dare
Dare.
was my
remember
shit.
Nick
Yeah, I
Arcade?
remember Double
It streams on Paramount because they got all the game shows in there. So go watch an episode of Nick Arcade. It was a black dude. He was the host. He had arcade games, and they was real games you could play on Nintendo or Sega at the time. And they would challenge each other, and you would earn points, and you could win prizes and shit. But Nick Arcade would be my honorable mention.
Gotcha.
But
You missing one.
for the sake, which one?
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh,
Y'all
yeah, that
remember
was a good
game?
one, too. That was a good
Where
one, too.
in the
Yeah. 'Cause
that
world
came on
is
PBS.
Carmen Sandiego.
I would be on the computer for hours.
Oh,
Eyes
yeah.
Oh,
red
you
as
talking about
all
the
get out.
game? I'm talking about we talking about the TV show.
Oh, I was addicted to the computer game
Yeah,
because
I mean,
of the TV show.
yeah, me too. I had the game, and,
Oh, okay,
and
I
I
feel
loved
you,
the
I
show.
feel
I
you.
think the show came on PBS though, but that's back when PBS had quality shows.
PBS had that and Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ghost Rider.
But to answer
Oh,
that
and
question,
Barney and all that shit
Yeah,
was on there
Barney,
too.
yeah.
Shout out to Barney, man.
Bet
Answer your
Carmen
question, I went with
Sandiego
Guts.
Playing them niggas.
Guts.
definitely
Always
Guts.
gone.
I
I
would
still
say,
watch Guts. I don't have Paramount no more, but I still watch.
I would say Double Dare first, but Legends of the Hidden Temple was my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
Because
too.
I remember
I knew y'all
going
was gonna pick that
to.
shit.
Did y'all have? Maybe y'all had it here. We had a place back home, Amazing Castle.
Nah, they ain't
Nah.
give us that.
So it
We
was
found
like
out.
it was like a place that you go to, kind of like a, I don't even know what you call it, like a big kid version of like Chuck E. Cheese, and they had like all these little things you could do. Like I would imagine myself on like Legends of the Hidden Temple, just doing shit, jumping in the balls.
They tried
looking
to
for
bring it
stuff.
back a couple years ago, but an
Yeah.
adult version. I don't think it hit like that.
Nah, it
I
didn't.
didn't think viewers heard that. She was jumping in the balls, but whatever. Go ahead.
Nah, Legends of the Hidden
She was
Temple. If I can get on there, me and my
balls
cousin,
deep in
me and my cousin Corey, man, we thought if we was a team on there, we could knock that thing out. Wow, man, you gonna
got balls up to here. She got a cheese on.
Shut up.
Anyway,
help
good.
me.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You chose one. You did. You said Guts, right?
No, he said
Nah,
Legends.
Legend of the-
Oh, okay.
I used to hate the temple guard. That nigga was a bitch.
Yeah, yeah. That
Just
part
said
would have
that
scared
a
me.
couple
That nigga come out fuck you. all up.
I was like, damn, then it got me. All right. Now we was a little bit too young, but we all know about these. There were two major scandals in the 90s. O.J. Simpson and the whole trial and the whole deal with him being on the highway in the Bronco, and then the president lying under oath saying that he didn't have relations with a White House intern named Monica Lewinsky.
That was pretty cool.
So out of the two scandals, which one do you think was the biggest?
Them shits was both pretty big.
To me, OJ.
I would say OJ had the nation on a chokehold.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think so
It
many
was-
people were surprised with the president.
Yeah. OJ shit was the first. OJ court case is the reason for court TV.
Yes.
So that's how big it was. They had never bought court cameras in a courtroom until that case. It was.
And
it was
shout out to
reality
Judge
TV.
Judy
So-
and Judge Mills Lane. Those were classic ones.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
The president getting caught getting head, that ain't big news.
that's what I'm saying. That's a tough one.
I
crazy.
mean, it was big news.
it was
but
big news, but it wasn't like OJ.
we weren't surprised because they had been dragging it. Remember they had him on TV. They was asking him
They dragged.
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he lied about it a few
Yeah.
times, and it's like finally we have this national announcement. He's like, I let her. Like we don't care at
Right.
this point.
Back
Oh.
then, head wasn't that big like it
Right.
is
To
now.
get some head back then.
Yeah,
you
you
had
was
some
that
game.
nigga.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
had some game.
You had to talk that up.
I
That's
think
like
the-
6 month plan.
My mom worked in my mom worked in a hair salon, and like the biggest conversation from that was, why the hell that bitch didn't wash her dress? Like that is the nastiest thing
I
could
think it was conversation, but it wasn't nothing like.
That
I
is
mean,
true. I
OJ
don't know why
just
she didn't
changed
wash the
everything.
dress.
Yeah.
OJ changed shit, so that's why I say it's bigger than that. I mean, I remember when this shit happened with Monica Lewinsky, but it wasn't like that OJ. That OJ shit caused a riot. Like black people won something. That shit
Yeah,
was
man,
real,
that was our
real
revenge
big.
for the Rodney King jump off.
You
It was
remember
real
they
big.
showed the dry sperm on TV?
Oh yeah,
See that stuff I didn't
that
even
is
know.
sick.
They
That
did.
shit look like honey bun icing.
I watched a little bit of the reenactment, the American Crime Story. I watched a little bit of it, and
Crazy.
it was a big scandal. But I'm going OJ2 on mine.
Yeah.
All right, last one, man. There were two major wrestling factions back in the day: the WWF and the WCW. WWF had a group called DX, and WCW had NWO. Now, I don't know which one y'all wanted to be down with,
Man, look.
but I know which one I wanted to be down with.
Who? Go ahead.
I got two words for you.
What?
Suck it.
Yeah,
I'll
of
rock all
course,
through
bro.
the hallways. Suck it.
Of course, bro. Niggas is getting in trouble for that shit.
Right.
You never got snatched up by an administrator?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, you tell her who to suck it. I'm calling your mama.
Nah, that shit used to be funny when them badass kids that didn't care would stand up in class and do it to the teacher.
Oh, yeah.
There was a period
Oh,
of the
yeah.
90s.
You stand on the desk and you get them a good hard suck it.
There was a period of that's crazy.
Yeah, because it was two, because you could just chop.
Sorry.
You could just chop right beside the balls, and then you can do the cross chop. The cross chop was you deadly with the cross chop.
Shot the cross chop. Y'all stupid. Nah, my shit. NWO.
All right,
New World
Order.
Because they were big, and then they split, and they had the Wolfpack.
The
And I was
Wolfpack.
more so Wolfpack than I was the one
What
with
was it?
Hulk Hogan.
Faux
with
Life.
New World. It's the Wolfpack
Talk
right
to
here.
me,
Yeah.
Jack, cause the wolf pack.
And they
That
had
shit was
Dennis
like-
Rodman and Carl Malone was in the NWO.
That shit lame as hell.
I watched the WCW more than I watched the WWF because one, the WCW came on more days than the WWF. Not only did they have Monday Night Nitro, they had a Saturday lineup too, with people who were not yet on Monday Night Nitro were working their way to
Right.
get on the card.
See, you had cable.
Yeah, I had cable, and then I love the WWF, so I was split between the two. But when it came to the WCW, they had so many wrestlers. I think Nitro was 2 hours.
Bro.
I think Nitro started because Raw was an hour, and it was a good hour. It was like a good side. Like you didn't want to miss Raw, but WCW had undercards. They had little known. They had middle. This before WWF had a middleweight, intercontinental. Like I think all WWF had was intercontinental world. Was the world
yeah.
champion and the tag team champions.
I
That
think
was
they
the only
called
three
it the
belts.
European
Bruh.
was their international.
That was a new one.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
a new one.
Let me tell you how good WWF was, though. You know what I'm saying? Them intros used to be everything, nigga.
Right.
We had y'all niggas on intros off the rip.
I know we
more
had
niggas.
y'all. I didn't pick a
I
side.
don't remember
I watched
WCW.
both. I watched both.
Oh,
I
well,
just
my
watched
bad.
more WCW than
Goldberg had a
Well,
nice one
I'm-
for the WCW
Yeah,
too.
Goldberg had the best one for
Nah.
the WCW.
You already know it, nigga. As soon as you
And
hear
Sting
if,
used to come out the rafters.
as soon as you hear
Sting
if,
had another good
nigga,
one.
you know who coming out.
But they got him back.
If
If you smell,
oh yeah,
you
yeah,
know
he
who
was
coming out.
early 2000s.
That was he was early
Him and-
2000.
him and
He was
Stone
near the end- He
Cold.
was the end of the 90s.
I was about to say, then you hear the glass crack.
Oh,
Stone
yeah.
Cold was
You
90s.
know who that is?
yeah,
Stone Cold, yeah.
Stone Cold
Who
was
else
90s.
used to come
yeah.
out?
Undertaker.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, you hear the little
Shawn
bell.
Michaels was their
What was
biggest
my
Undertaker
actor.
scared
era?
the shit out of me. China?
China.
Oh yeah, China was the
China
shit.
and
That's
Degeneration
DX.
X. Yeah. Shawn Michaels was their biggest act though.
China
Him and Triple
China
H.
set the like now the girls do like all this acrobatic. They the real wrestlers now. Back before China, they were just titties.
Well, China was a
That's
team.
all
though.
China
before
was.
China,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
before
China really
No,
like
she
changed the
wasn't.
wrestling game.
China was a man at
She
time.
got
We
a
didn't
breast
know.
implants,
was.
but when she
Yeah.
first came out, she was just all muscle.
She was just straight muscle.
Man, my
Yeah.
nigga was Eddie Guerrero, but we getting
Oh,
off
I say
shout.
Triple H was definitely part of
He
that.
was one of their big attractions.
Because
I watched him
I
come
remember
up.
when the action figures dropped, and I remember being what was the store? KB Toys.
Yeah, shout out KB Toys, may they rest in shit.
Right.
Toys already.
But I remember them having like some action figures, and I was like, oh, they got Triple H. It's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Triple H was that dude, and he was a villain.
I watched him come up too. I remember when his intro wasn't what it was before Degeneration X. He was like wearing a fucking kilt.
yeah, he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Honey Hearst Helmsley. That is a silly ass name.
Triple H.
Yeah.
That's what it
Hunter
was.
Hearst Helmsley.
I didn't know that.
All right, take us away, John.
All right, man. So also we done with this or that, but I wanted to see if anybody had a crush on any chicks from the '90s.
Nigga, what?
Your first crushes.
I had like several. Go ahead though.
I only, you know what? Thanks for asking this question. I thought I had a bunch, but my true crushes, Tyra Banks,
Deal.
Stacey Dash,
Okay, I'm with you on
Pamela Anderson. Those are my three
Wow.
solid.
You old nigga.
Old school nigga. Baywatch ass nigga.
Yes, there were three solid
Pamela
women
Anderson.
that my man. I knew I was a man when I seen them.
I feel that.
Tyra Banks was in Sports Illustrated.
Nah, Tyra Banks was bad back in there. I mean, she's still a pretty older woman.
Brief story. Me and my best friend loved Tyra Banks so much that when she made the cover in 96, I think that was 96, of Sports Illustrated, we would fight about who was borrowing that magazine.
Damn, boys, the sheets was sticky.
Man, that's crazy.
Yes. All right, go ahead.
I had Nia Long. She was one of my favorites.
Oh, from Friday. Was the
Yup.
first time you seen her?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who else was one of my favorites? I used to love Sanaya Lathan.
Mm.
She was one of my hotties. I used to loving basketball as shit.
That's like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
So-
early, but it's still I was still a adolescent.
I feel
Put
it.
it that way. Who else we got? What's the girl that's looked like she related to Tia Tamara, but not her? Not Tia and Tamara, but the girl that looked like she was on Smart Guy. Boy, she was fine as hell.
Yeah.
Constance or whatever
I
her
don't know
name is.
what her name is.
Talking
but
about she in
was
all
fine.
Marlon Wayans movies. I think Marlon Wayans be hitting that.
Oh yeah,
Probably
she the wife in Marlon Wayans.
Yeah, ain't it Constance or something like
Man,
that?
She
Yeah.
was bad back in
Yeah,
the
she
day.
the wife in Marlon. She the wife in all them scary movies.
She was bad back
Essence
in the day.
Atkins.
Essence.
Essence,
Yeah, yeah.
And who else? Man, it was a
Essence
bunch of
was bad. Damn, good one.
Man, Zaria was bad, but then she became a crackhead. That shit fucked everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say Laura Winslow.
Laura,
Yeah, Laura was bad, man.
she was all right.
And then Kelly Kapowski from the white chick from Saved by the
was-
Bell, and Topanga from Boy Meets World.
You would say them.
All right, I don't give a fuck.
You need to come with some old sisters.
No, I'm not judging you.
They was all on TV, bro. Come on,
See, this
bro.
why my
You ain't
nigga-
got nobody else.
That's why my nigga having
Sure.
revelations while he smoking
Right,
weed,
man.
Like,
Now
let
I'm gonna
his
go home.
choice be
I'm
his
go
choice.
home, hit the herb, and just be like, damn, I love white women.
Let his choice be his choice, bro.
And this is
like
where,
you-
How this
and
nigga
this is
go-
where it all started.
How this nigga gonna come for your 90s crushes? He gonna name Sanaa Lathan. Sanaa Lathan what, hot in the 90s?
She was hot.
Yeah, when you was a teenager in the 2000s.
She counts.
All right, D, what young man got you hot and bothered?
Oh, shit, this is gonna be good.
I
Shamar
would say Lorenz Tate,
Oh, yeah.
of course,
Little
and
ass
then
nigga.
I mean, she little too, bro.
Leon Robinson.
Leon from Leon from Temptations?
Hell yeah,
Oh,
that
shit.
man was fine to me. I don't
I know
know.
who that is.
He
He
was
was
hot in
fine.
the 90s.
Like,
David
he,
Ruffin.
he was just fine.
David, oh, okay. Leon. You know Leon if you've seen Leon, but he was David Ruffin in
Leon.
Temptations.
Yeah.
Oh, Leon.
Wasn't he in Swarm? Didn't he play the dad in Swarm?
Yeah,
Yeah, y'all sick.
Yo,
Y'all remember that.
all right. Now, any of y'all have a favorite athlete from the 90s?
Man, I got a few written here.
Of course,
from
Jordan.
The 90s.
Go ahead. You
He
started.
didn't make my list. Go ahead.
Jordan didn't make your list?
No.
Man, Jordan was crazy iconic,
Jordan was.
bro.
I'm not saying he's not. I've never said that. I say he didn't make my
say
list.
your people.
Yeah, say your list.
Oh, yeah. What's the girl name?
Serena Williams.
Nah, what's the two? Well, I don't know if they was in the 90s. They probably was like early 2000, but they was real popular. The volleyball players that was
They
in the
good.
Olympics.
I don't know that. Damn.
It was like
So
that probably-
Maya May or something like that.
I'm about to Google that.
Bruh, they was like in the Olympics for like 9
Black
years
or white?
straight. They was two white girls, and they was going in.
They played beach volleyball.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I know you talking
They was
about.
going in. They was like
Yeah.
a dynasty, like for a
Yeah,
long
yeah.
ass time.
They took like the early 2000s. They was
Yeah,
playing.
they took over, bro.
Yeah,
for a long ass
old
time.
asses out there
And we
looking
don't
like
have their names.
So
I'm
Can
trying to
you
remember.
name
It was,
somebody
but they were athletes though.
Do
They
an
were-
audio podcast.
I remember
we
we
used
was
to-
over there like, damn. what
the
we
sun
talking
beat
about?
their asses up because I think in 2012 they skin looked like leather from all that sun.
Yo,
Her name was like Christy May or something like
It's
that. But
alright,
anyways, who else? That was pretty cool. Shit, football. If you want to talk football, you got what's my man name? They used to have a goal.
all right, man. Can I say
Andrew
my
Davis.
list? This nigga don't know nobody.
Andrew
dog.
Jones,
This is-
Nobody name.
He chooses.
What's the nigga name?
Yo, it's an audio adventure. Niggas like, oh, okay. Yo,
That's,
What's
we
the nigga
know.
name?
all right, man. Moving on. Hey, yo, Johnny,
Deion
check this
Sanders.
out.
Go ahead,
Oh,
man.
finally,
That nigga.
finally a name. Who else you got?
Goddamn Dan Marino. Nah, I ain't like that nigga.
I know you did.
He was a white man.
Let's just move on to. All right, jump man.
I was a big football fan more than anything, and I watched a little bit of baseball back when I was a kid.
That was
Jason's early 2000s.
That's early 2000. Damn, this nigga got his days. For me, it was Terrell Davis,
Oh yeah, good one.
Brett Favre,
Oh yeah.
John Elway, Sam Mills, Ed McCaffrey was that nigga. Jamal Anderson with the Dirty
Oh
Bird.
yeah, he on my list.
Dorsey Levens. Now,
Damn, not Dorsey.
Yeah, Dorsey Levens. Because without him, I don't think Brett Favre even makes it to the Super Bowl that year. And if I ain't named Brett Favre. Cordell Stewart. He was one of the black
Shout out to
quarterbacks doing it at
Cordell.
the
Now
time.
that nigga a real husband in Hollywood or something.
Kevin Green. When we signed, and he used to be a
rest
wrestler.
in peace,
Rest
Kevin
in peace,
Green.
Kevin Green.
Damn.
David Justice for the Atlanta Braves.
Good
Sammy
one.
Sosa in the 90s. Now, my basketball list, people I actually like, Shaquille O'Neal,
Gotcha.
Penny Hardaway, Tim Hardaway, Dennis Rodman. And this lady, I got to give her props because this is when the WNBA used to be on TV, like the inaugural season. And all we would get with Comets games is not who you thinking. It's Tina Thompson.
Oh, okay.
was
Tina was the shit. She won MVP a few times.
Oh, yeah. It was Tina Thompson. That was one of my. But honorable mention, our girl, what's her name?
Don Staley.
No, not Don Staley.
Andrea
Retired
Stinson.
jersey. Thank you.
Oh yeah, she was a hooper.
Thank you.
She used to hoop back in the day.
Yeah, I would say Dion, Terrell Davis, of course,
Yeah.
Jamal Anderson, with the Dirty Bird. I just thought the Dirty Bird was cool.
That shit was who?
Chipper Jones on the baseball side of
Oh, yeah,
things.
Chipper
Mike
Jones.
Tyson. I
Not
love
niggas
Mike
saying
Tyson.
Chipper Jones,
I love me some Mike Tyson.
of course.
But yeah, that's about it, man.
D, who you got over there?
The only hockey player I knew at the time, Wayne Gretzky.
Shout out to Wayne Gretzky for sure.
And then Ken Griffey Jr.
Ooh, the kid.
And honorable mention for FloJo because
Oh,
I was
okay.
a track person.
Yeah.
Oh, if you love track, Michael Johnson, that man.
Michael
Michael
Johnson
Johnson was
was
that
man was
fastest
a
man in the
fool.
world.
Yeah, he was too.
And Adrian Felix.
Crazy
was a fool
shit is
too.
he was the fastest man in the world. Now that's like college kids hitting his
Right,
time.
college.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
All right, now, man, we're going to try to talk about sitcoms, man. It was so many in the 90s. That's when it was at its height, sitcom era. You had Martin, you had Fresh Prince, Family Matters. I was watching Eve the other day, but I think Eve is actually
Yeah,
early
Eve was
2000s.
Eve.
But Boys Meet World. So you had, the lineup. Thank God it's Friday lineup. I think Fox had a lineup, but they shit. So, because I think Married with Children was on Fox.
Oh, yeah.
I have nothing better than that.
But yeah, man, what are some of the favorite sitcoms you just had to be home at night to watch?
Family Matters. Had to watch that.
Shout out my nigga
With the
Urkel.
family.
Yeah, you
With
had
the
to
family.
watch that. What else?
Matter of fact, this is when you watch TV. All these shows, I think we watch with our family. I don't know about
Right,
y'all.
because you can't watch it separately.
My family's small, so it's just me and my mom. So
We only doing black.
Nah, whatever
Nah,
you
we do
watch.
whatever you
back in
watch.
the day.
Hey, Roseanne was big.
Oh, hell yeah.
Roseanne
Shout
was
out to
big back
Roseanne,
then.
Republican ass.
I used to love John Goodwin. That was my nigga. When
Yeah,
he
he's
came home.
still killing
Like
it.
people gotta understand when you get older and see her say some wild shit, you like, hold on, dog. I used to have to watch you. You had a good show.
He letting
She
us
really
down.
had a good show. She really had a good show.
Cap on that.
Who else in the 90s? Is the
Moesha?
Waynes in the 90s?
Yeah, the Waynes.
Yeah, the
Most
Waynes, that's
definitely.
90s show.
Waynes.
Oh, yeah.
Moesha.
Oh, yeah,
Moesha,
good
most
one.
definitely.
Moesha was good as hell, bro. Now, that show had some drama.
Yeah.
I love that show.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That nigga, what was the dad name?
Yeah, dad was getting-
Hey, that nigga had kids all over the country. I was like, nigga, was you a truck driver?
Why
That's
they had
your
to do
brother.
it like this, show, man?
They had to show the real black side, bro, and it was a whole bunch of people out there doing that, man. I appreciate that.
Let it rock.
You was down.
Wait.
What's up?
I would say I don't know if y'all remember dinosaurs.
Oh yeah,
dinosaurs.
not the
Everybody
baby.
get
Not the
on
mama.
Oh, not the mama, not the mama.
Dinosaurs. Rock.
Oh, Third Rock from the Sun.
No, rock.
No, I ain't
like rock.
See,
Rock.
Rock. It was a
That
black
nigga used to
sitcom.
do his head like this all the
Oh,
time.
remember
Little
that
bald
one.
head man.
I'll have to show you a picture of rock.
Malcolm and Eddie.
Yeah.
Ooh, shout out to
Malcolm
Eddie
X.
Griffin.
Steve Harvey show.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that was my shit.
I thought that was early 2000.
Nah,
it
that
might
was-
have
carried
came
over.
through, yeah.
Yeah, but it definitely was a 90s show.
it definitely started
because
in
it
the
came
90s.
out right after Kings of Comedy.
Definitely
Yeah.
watched that in apartments.
Who else? I said Moesha. What was it? Was it My Brother and Me?
Oh yeah, they
Oh,
had
yeah.
like 6 episodes,
That
and they
was
played
the
the
shit.
same 6
Right.
episodes.
It was the shit though.
Yeah, it was a really good show.
Filmed
and they
in
filmed in Charlotte.
Oh, it was filmed in Charlotte?
Yep.
And I actually enjoyed. They didn't keep. It might have been 2000s though. Never mind. That one might have been 2000. I was thinking of My Cousin Skeeter. I think that might have been early 2000s.
Yeah, I think so too. Arnez and Megan
Yeah,
Good.
2000, yeah.
You remember Seabear and Jamal?
Yeah.
That was the shit,
that shit
bro.
probably had like 3 episodes too.
Yeah, it was the shit though.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that was 90s.
Is that the one with Steve Harvey on it that you showed me that time?
Nah, Bear and Jamal was about like this. His little boy, he had a bear that was like a hip hop bear.
Oh,
And that nigga
yeah.
they would get into all kinds of shit.
Shit, I got, man. I was about to say Alf, but that's the 80s.
Right. Because I definitely remember watching Alf.
Yeah, a lot of 80s shows crossed over to the 90s, so I'm going to just keep it with the, of course, Family Matters like everybody said. Boy Meets World, Blossom.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to
Fresh
Blossom.
Prince, Sister.
Boy, Stevie grew up on us.
Yes, you did. Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Oh, yeah.
I think you said Small Guy. These not sitcoms, but I did want to mention these shows real quick. Walker Texas Ranger, because I used to watch that with my
yeah,
mother.
I talked about
Yeah,
that.
my granddad loved it.
Touched by Angel, I used to watch that with my mom. Saturday morning watching Hang Time with Anthony Anderson.
Hang Time.
Oh, yeah.
It used
Is
to
that
come
the one
on.
with
Yeah.
Ahmad Rashad? Or that's Ahmad Rashad?
No,
is
Amari
different?
Rashad would come on after that.
Oh,
It was
okay.
still on
I
Never seen
ABC.
that one. Heat of the night.
Another thing I watched on Saturday, this is a cartoon, Mortal Kombat, the cartoon. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Oh, yeah, I remember
And
it.
then, of course, Kenan and Kel, You Said My Brother and Me. And then I wanted to mention, just going back to something we talked about earlier, Batman the Animated Series is a show I used to watch all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
I ain't even
yeah,
gonna front.
yeah.
I used to watch
I
that
liked
shit
it too,
That
but
was my
I
shit.
felt like Batman Beyond was better, so I didn't put it on the list.
can see
I
why
felt
you
like
said that.
Superman was better.
I didn't even know
um,
Superman had a show.
He did.
The
You remember they
PJs.
used to.
Oh, living in the
PJs.
projects.
And,
The PJs.
PJs.
In the
such
house.
good TV.
Yeah, I mean, we had
Oh,
the
yeah,
house.
yeah,
in the house. In the house. Thank you. In the house.
Is that the one with hold on, what's the
LL
oh
Cool
Parenthood?
J.
Parenthood. I'm thinking about Parenthood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In the house
That one
was
actually
shit.
was, that was some drama, too.
Yeah, that has some drama too. Shout out to Robert Townsend, man. All right, man. So sticking with the entertainment side of things, let's talk about some movies, man. You had Jurassic Park series. A few of the Terminators came out, not the first one. And the Power Rangers movie was probably my favorite out of all of them.
They changed the game.
Yeah, because it was just like, what action boy now? Action girl
Hey,
now.
what you know about that?
You heard me.
And they actually had to do the steps because, they would flick back to Asia and then from America to
Right.
Asia on the show. So
But yeah,
now
this
you
was strictly Hollywood.
came in with their
Man,
own suits,
look.
everything.
It's a beautiful thing, man. But yeah, those were some of my favorites, just to name a few.
I used to like The Land Before Time.
Ooh, yeah, classic.
What's the one with the Land Before Time? That's the one with
The dinosaurs.
Yeah, with the dinosaurs.
Okay, so
Littlefoot.
what's the one with the dragon? Like he was like a big ass dog dragon.
Eureka's
Oh, I
Castle?
know what you're
No.
talking about.
It was something.
It was a sci-fi, and they rode on it. It
Yeah.
flew. It was
His
like
name
Oh,
something
you
with
were
Was it-
talking
crystal.
about the
His
land.
name was like Falcor or
Oh,
something.
yeah, the crystal.
It was like a dark something.
Dark. I do
Because they
remember
tried to
Dark
do a
Crystal.
remake recently
Yeah.
on Netflix. I don't think it hit.
Nah, I couldn't have.
All right,
that
what
movie was the shit.
What you got?
Man, it was a bunch of movies, man. I used to love Demolition Man. That was like one of the
Oh,
first
yeah.
like adult movies
I
I
said
watched
that
with
had
my
some
dad.
nipples in it, didn't it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
that shit was too
See
advanced.
his face.
That shit was too advanced.
Told y'all I'm an addict.
Man, there was a bunch of good movies that back then, man. It's so many. It's just like hard to remember them all. Universal
honorable
Soldier was
mention-
good.
That's why the list
When
comes out early. So
Everybody debated about how she let this nigga die. Titanic.
Titanic.
Oh, yeah, that was the biggest
It was a
movie of the
two-
90s.
It was a
Yeah, it was the
two-part
biggest movie of the 90s.
VHS. I remember we went and rented it from Blockbuster.
Well,
And you
y'all-
had to when you got to the end, you took that out and you put the
Dang, that's how long this shit was.
Yeah.
It was a two-part. It was
Double
two-part.
disc.
Kind of like Roots.
Yeah.
But Roots was the 80s. Was Roots the 80s?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Roots was the
Roots was the
80s.
80s.
Hey, Dumb and Dumber was my favorite.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's a
comedy.
classic. If that's
Yeah.
on now, I'll watch it.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
my favorite comedy of the 90s right there. That was my shit.
What was that? Was Batman with Jack
Batman,
Nicholson?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
1,
yeah.
2, 3,
I
and
think
4.
Jack Nicholson. Yeah, I think that
Was
was
that
90s.
80s or not?
No, that
the
was
first one was
80s.
89.
That
Oh,
shit was
okay.
80s.
First one
Late
was 89.
80s.
Although I remember seeing that in the movie theater. That's crazy. All right, yeah, the first one was 89.
Yeah.
You
But
probably
then
went to the
Batman
dollar
Returns,
movie.
I don't know where my mom took me. But Batman Returns was in the 90s. I think it was 92,
Yes.
Batman
Yeah.
Returns.
That's the one I remember.
And then Batman Forever, and it was like the mid-90s.
Yep.
And then you had
Okay.
Batman and Robin in the late 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Which one was
bad.
with the penguin?
Batman Returns, 1992.
Okay, so
Yep.
yeah, that's the one I'm thinking.
Still watch them shits. To
That
me,
was a pretty good one. That was Tim Burton.
the first
wasn't
two.
it?
Yeah, the first two were my
Yeah.
favorite Batmans.
Yeah.
Still are my favorite Batmans. One of my favorite Batmans.
Of course, Love Jones.
Yep.
I ain't watched that.
See, I
till-
didn't have no black movies. I was able.
Yeah.
I
Love and
wasn't able to
Basketball.
watch them.
No, what was Love and Basketball?
That was I
That
thought it
was
was in high
2000.
school when that
That was
came
early
out.
2000s.
Temptations. Was that
Oh
80s
yeah,
or 90s?
that's 90s.
That's 90s. We recorded that
Yeah.
on
The
VHS.
5 Heartbeats.
Crooklyn.
Yep, that's 90s
That's early
too.
90s. Yep. Crooklyn.
The shit Jackson 5. When did that come out?
That came out in the 90s, yeah. On TV.
Oh
It was
yeah,
an
because
ABC
my
World
boy
event.
was on. I forgot
South
the dude that
Central.
played Michael. He got famous for that.
Jason Weaver.
Yeah, Jason Weaver.
Don't be a menace.
Got that on my
Yeah,
list.
funny as shit.
Not the good one and the funny one.
Menace to Society. is a
Menace
good
to
one.
Society. My fault. Sheesh, man, there was so many good ones.
It was so many.
I got,
Spike Lee was in his prime.
Oh,
I got Hook.
all right.
Okay.
I got Urban Legend.
Brought him
I
back.
still- I
98.
didn't watch that.
Got Urban Legend. That was
That was
98. Hook was with Robin Williams. He
Yes.
played. Yeah. Okay. Y'all always said don't be a menace. Now I got I'm About It. That was my shit. I was a big Master P fan. I'm About It. I got the Hook Up. Look Who's Talking Now was a classic for me.
Listen.
I use anything where animals talk. Not Look Who's Talking. Look Who's Talking
Oh,
Now.
Yes.
Anything where Homeward Bound.
Yes.
Look Who's Talking Now.
Homeward Bound was the shit.
I had that shit on VHS. That was my
Ninja
favorite
Turtles
one.
1 through 3, and one of the most classic movies that I had it on VHS, got good grades and was able to get it on VHS. Lion King. We all knew
Oh,
the
yeah.
words of Lion King. We knew
Oh,
every
yeah.
song of Lion
That was a
King.
good one to have.
The Lion King was the shit. Honorable mention, Little Mermaid. I did have that movie.
I feel you.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, I had a
think
bunch of Disney
I had
movies.
all Disney movies. A good bit of Disney movies
Hey,
on
yo.
VHS.
Feel you.
Disney movies used to come in a thick white DHS.
Oh, yeah.
VHS. They used to come in a thick white
Mm-hmm.
VHS with the cover. It was plush. You open it up. It was soft on the inside. It wasn't like them other movies where they just throw it in a sleeve and give it to
Yeah,
you.
no,
nah,
I still
Disney
have-
did they
Disney
thing with
packaged that shit
collector's
well.
items.
I
'Cause they
still
used to-
have the plastic ones, and I also have the sleeves. Like I got Mighty Ducks, Rescue
Yeah.
Down Under.
Cause they used to put shit in the vault. They'd be like,
Yeah.
"This been the Disney vault," and they won't
Man.
come back out.
Yep.
Man, that shit always came back out.
Nah, some of that shit ain't come back out for real.
Some of it did though. It was some good horror movies that the '90s had as well. Y'all remember Mimic?
Mimic. Nah, I never seen Mimic.
Woo, that was a good movie.
I can't attest it. That's why I put what you call it on there. That was probably the first real urban legend because I seen
Urban
it with my
Legend,
cousin because
Species?
I wasn't allowed to watch no horror movies like that.
Anybody seen Species?
Species. Now I have seen it as an adult. I have seen it as an
That
adult.
was pretty
Alright.
good.
What
That
was
was
that
pretty good.
movie? Was that in the 2000s with the monsters in the ground in the desert?
Trimmer.
Trimmer.
Oh yeah, that was in
That's
the
too-
'90s.
That's
Yeah,
90s, yeah.
Yeah.
The first one was.
Yeah,
I
they
still,
had like
I
four of
still
them
will watch
bitches.
that.
Yeah. Boy, they got about 8 of them shits.
Right.
It's more than 4. Trimmer was pretty good. Oh, nah, that was.
I'll say a lot of the horror movies that we still watch today came in the late 80s, like the Michael Myers and.
Yeah, Jason.
When did Freddy Krueger have his first movie?
I think that was the '80s.
70s,
Yeah.
79 probably.
Wasn't
That's the-
8-Legged Freaks? Wasn't that like late 90s?
All right, we've butchered this one. Let's move it.
8-Legged Freaks.
All right, man. All right, so you going to school. What you rocking, bro? What clothes do you remember? What style do you remember?
Got to have a starter jacket. You know
Damn,
what I'm
all right.
saying? With the goddamn whatever
That nigga people
you,
had money.
You had a
whatever
starter
starter
jacket?
jacket you got.
I had
though.
a starter jacket. I had a whole suit. I had a starter the windbreaker with the pants. The Hornets jump off.
Whatever starter jacket you got though, you got to have on the crispy Air Force Ones or
the
some
In the
J's.
'90s.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Air Force Ones. in
I didn't
the
know
90s.
niggas was rocking Air Force Ones until
You
high
gotta
school.
have on the.
Yeah, or some LA Gears.
Yeah,
LA
and I
Gears
had
used to be
LA
smooth.
Gears.
I couldn't get them shits.
The sweatpants.
Right. You had kids or nah?
Nah, I ain't.
Ah, damn it.
I wasn't rocking.
This is the had
Oh, I
kids. didn't
definitely
she?
had
Yeah,
some
yeah.
kids.
I wasn't rocking them.
All the
Right.
niggas had the kids.
But for the girls, I remember they used to have the jellies, the little jelly
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
My sister had left her shits outside. Them shits melted.
Oh, that was real jelly.
Yeah, nigga.
I
that
used to
shit-
thought girls
they
were
was
so
just like
cute with the
plastic.
jellies on.
I
I
used
even
to
had my
have
daughter a
jellies.
pair of
With their
jellies.
first little lip gloss and they jellies, boy. they
Yeah,
thought they
man.
was doing it.
You remember
Out
the
there
Melissas?
being
They were
fast.
late
Tell
on,
me
but
nothing.
Melissas.
I don't
Oh, you
even
talking
know.
about
later
the thin little things? I think that was high school.
Yeah, that was later on, but them shits was cool.
Yeah, to them shits turned colors.
I didn't get to participate in any of the 90s clothing because we shopped at Target back before that shit was cool.
Oh damn.
But I know
would say-
I can tell you
no
a
good
thing or
and
two.
gather.
This and hand-me-downs. So shout out to hand-me-downs. Hand-me-downs kept me fresh. The starter jacket for sure. I had 2 starter jackets, I think, from a family that we bought some clothes from a yard sale. So that's how I got my starter jackets.
Making me sad.
Tommy Hilfiger was the shit.
Oh, yeah.
Fubu was the shit back in the 90s.
Right.
Early 90s cross color, Fila, shit like that. You seen a lot of
Oh
rappers
yeah,
and shit
the
with that
Grant
shit on.
Hills. I used to fuck with the Grant Hills.
Anything Champion, Also, you knew you had the authentic NBA jersey if your champion tag had 2 at the bottom, because they used to make all the NBA jerseys champion, and they made some NFL team jerseys.
Yeah, I like that. That's back when NFL teams could choose
who they wanted.
Yeah,
That was
I
dope.
remember, I think we was with logo for a minute. The Panthers were, because I got an old logo jersey.
Now I think companies get greedy and like, y'all want the whole contract, so they bid for it. What else? Fat Farm, Echo, Peli Coogee,
Carl Canard, baby.
baggy jeans, putting your clothes backwards.
Echo.
Yeah.
Fucking-
Box. People had the boxes. I
Your
never had a
box.
box, man.
Parts in your hair,
Yeah.
cuts in your eyebrow.
Used a fresh nigga at school.
Mesquite, that's 2000s.
Oh damn.
That's 2000s. Yeah, that's really our name as far as the styles. That's really it. I mean,
I got an honorable mention, even though ain't nobody gonna credit them because you had them, but you didn't want them. Old Navy. Everybody has some Old Navy
I had
in
the
rotation.
Old Navy. Old Navy had quality back then,
They
though.
did, but you didn't want that shit.
I want to say it was
Shit, I
early
fuck with it.
2000s too, because that's high school. When niggas started going, when black
might
people
be.
started going to Old Navy, that was all high school. I remember every girl they had one. That was 2000s.
When the Old Navy Performance fleece dropped. All right, man. So we're going to go over this, and we're probably about to wrap up. Notable inventions from the 90s. You had the internet, PlayStation, Nintendo 64. The first MP3 player came out in the late 90s. You had Amazon, Google came out. DVDs were invented. CDs in the car radio.
Oh, yeah.
Just to name a few. Any inventions that you can remember? Oh, and the Tamagotchi. I remember the Tamagotchi pet.
Oh, yeah.
Niggas would get their shit stolen, bruh. Niggas stealing Tamagotchis in school.
My one shit was my biggest shit from the 90s that I wish that we have now. Pretty much we got now. They had this shit called Sega Channel.
Oh, yeah. I still don't know how that worked. Like, how could you play the Sega like that? It was like streaming.
I was reading on it
for that shit.
earlier. It was like streaming before stream. It was like what we have now before we had it. But they would you would get they were sending those, so they were sending that signal. It was like a program. It was using the internet before we used it, and they was using it over coax, because back then, not everybody had access to the internet. The internet been around since like the 60s, 70s, but the internet that we know in our homes is the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom had the internet at her job, but not in her home.
Got you.
So like it still used that same type of data, and it was just like an early version. They trialed it. I think it used to be like $19 a month, but they would give everybody 30 days free. So I had it twice at 30 days free, and that's when the sleepovers was lit, because you could play all the games from Blockbuster that you couldn't rent, that you didn't want to spend your money on renting. I know for me at the time, I was big on either getting a sports game or like Streets of Rage or Ninja Turtles, anything with levels,
Streets of Rage.
something like that. So Sega Channel was it for me. Like I wish, and it was my family from South Carolina. Like I would talk about it. They didn't think I was telling the truth. They was like, what? They never heard of it. So I don't think it ever went mainstream. I think they put it in, I think I was reading today, Florida, and we had it. I think wherever Time Warner is, they were trialing different markets out. So we just so happened to be a part of that trial.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Time Warner owned that.
Shout out that nigga Kasib. He was the only nigga I knew with Sega Channel. I remember,
He had it legit from month to month.
I remember going to this nigga
People
house.
had money, bro. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, and I remember I used to be like, bruh, you got Sega Channel? He'd be like, yeah. And it was like nothing to him.
That's what's up.
That
Shout
was
out to
everything
Craig.
to
Shout
me.
out to him, nigga.
That was the only reason why I wanted to go over there, because of Sega Channel.
Whew.
His sister and my sister were like best friends. So they used to get up like all the time.
Yeah.
And my mom would be like, go with your sister. So I was
Shout out to
like,
my
fuck.
sister. My sister way older than me, so she used to she grew up in her high school days was in the 90s, man.
Yeah.
And I know that's when Freaknik was popping, bro. I wish I could have grew up just in the 90s for that Freaknik, but then bring me back to 2000
I
for
couldn't see
everything
you
else.
going to a crowded place like that.
Your sister went to
for a good
Freaknik?
time.
I don't know. She might have shit, but that's just their era.
You
Shit, I don't give a fuck.
You go to bike rally for that shit.
Yeah. Back rally was real too, man. That's when
Yeah.
niggas used to walk around with the big ass camera recorders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just your phone. You gotta have a camera, nigga.
Oh, okay. Well,
It is what it is. All right, man. We're gonna wrap up, man. Everybody, if you could go back to the 90s and tell your younger self one thing about the future, what would you do? What would you say?
Buy stocks, buy it
Yep.
on Amazon,
Yep.
buy it in Google, buy that shit in this company called
Buy it
Apple
now.
with the little colorful ass computers that ain't shit right now because Microsoft are whooping their ass. But get some Microsoft while you at it.
Yep.
And then this shit gonna come out called MySpace, but it ain't gonna be shit. It's the shit called Facebook that's gonna be the shit. Get that shit too. So you just invest, little nigga, invest. And you see these names
Pretty much.
pop up. Oh, and the Broncos gonna win back to back. Michael Jordan gets 6 of them things. Bet on
Six.
that.
Bet on that.
Like just bet on all this shit.
Yeah, take the
Like,
risk
nigga,
is definitely bad. But I
money.
will say, get on MySpace because MySpace is what taught me coding.
There you go.
Oh, a lot of people.
There you go.
Get on MySpace.
That is true. Me too.
When
Because
they come out.
I ain't even know nothing about this shit. I was like, oh, you just got to copy this. And if I want to add a color here, type it in here. You right. We learned a little bit about coding from MySpace.
Stay away from Enron.
Shout out to Enron, bro. What you know about Enron,
I
nigga?
remember
Stay away
Enron.
from that shit.
Yeah, I think now he didn't change it because I was just gonna go back and say make sure you hug everybody
Yep.
because they ain't gonna be here.
Oh shit!
yeah.
Damn,
But,
Johnny, you right.
Johnny
God,
got dark.
nigga, what are you going through?
Right.
Damn.
At the house.
For real, you know shit. You think about all the like we had them sleepovers, but think about the kids that was sleeping over and they was happy to be sleeping over because
I mean,
back
nice.
home it wasn't that good.
Sleepovers or
Damn.
being able to go to my grandma's house, just take a nap, like in between my jobs, or just like go. If I ain't feel like cooking, I could just go to somebody's house.
Yeah,
Real
Like,
quick, man.
Yeah.
Before we wrap, I want to ask y'all one question because I seen this shit on the meme and I try to think about it every day. I try to figure out which day it was. Can y'all somehow remember the last time you went outside to play? Like,
Damn.
I swear to God, we played ball together. I swear to God, it was me, you.
as a kid or as
No,
a child.
just period. I feel like even in my 20s, when I came home to go outside with y'all and we played ball, I counted that because there was a point where it just didn't happen no more. I would come
I
home.
mean, you had to be ball.
We wasn't
Cause we
going
would play
outside.
ball with like Brandon and Scoot and BJ and all them.
But I feel like my last time going outside on some just young man with my boys was you had came home from college and that corner house had a goal and we was playing with some kids. We was playing ball with some kids that stayed in I don't know who stayed in the house. I can't remember, but it was Perry Grandma house. Somebody's rented out.
Oh, okay.
And we played. But that's for me. That's my last memory of going outside. Because
That
you
might
never
have
know
been
when
it
that
for
shit
me
hit.
too. Man.
Yeah.
I would say it was a Saturday in my freshman year in high school. I think we went outside because we walked to a neighborhood park that was like near my grandma's house, and we went down there. That was like the last time I remember going outside and playing.
Also, I would say, tell my younger self to enjoy them all.
Oh,
That shit about
Oh,
you. When
yeah.
you get older, it ain't gonna be that no more. You gonna be buying shit off this website called Shein.
Oh, and that nigga Ja Rule might be alright, but when he come out later and they say he's doing something called Fire Festival,
Don't go.
Don't go to Fire
don't
Fest.
waste your money on that.
Yeah, don't waste your money on
Don't
that.
even look twice at it.
Y2K some bullshit. Like keep going.
Hell yeah, had me over
No,
there.
don't ruin that though. That was fun.
Yeah,
Hey,
life keep
clutching
going.
my mama.
nigga.
I was like, here we go. 5, 4. I'm holding my
Nah,
mama
who was it
hand,
that
man.
had, high
Yeah,
school
shit
on
happened.
lock. Pretty Ricky.
Oh, shout out. Hold up. They had the high school on lock.
They had high school on
All right, this
lock.
2000.
yeah.
Every time y'all go to high school, y'all know y'all was in high. Well, I don't know about y'all, but we was in high school in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
We was in the new millennium.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pretty Ricky was my shit, though. Pretty Ricky.
All right,
5
man.
in the
This has been
morning.
another edition of KSP. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us.
Yeah.
Subscribe, like, all that
We
good
gotta do
shit.
an early 2000s episode.
Shit, we just did one.
On accident.
We was
No,
naming
you
all
just did
2000.
You did one with a whole
I'm
bunch of people that
sorry,
you don't
shit.
know. What's my nigga name?
Yeah, David.
I just want to let y'all know.
Two
y'all
women.
ain't
They
shit.
played volleyball. They was
Yeah.
white.
I mean, y'all said
Man, they was a beast,
I
man.
could have thought about this.
They was a beast, man.
Anyway, hey,
Remember
I'm
that store that
signing
sold
off for these-
cheeseburgers and French fries? You know what I'm talking about.
That's fucked up.
Yo, I'm getting out of here, man.
Go
Yo,
ahead, man.
I'm signing off for D. I'm signing off for Jukebox Johnny. I'm signing off for my man James, man. We want you guys to love the life that you live and the people in it. Find the positive in every situation and live in the moment because this life is not forever. I'm your boy Jumpman Jones, and we're going to talk to y'all on the next ride.
Nigga know everything about his life. Like his
Daddy, are
man.
you on the radio?
He got a sister.